Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone online. And welcome to Silicon Valley Center for Spiritual Living. I am your host for meditation this morning. I'm Audrey White, and I am the Vice President of the board and a practitioner in training. And I'm so grateful to be here with all of you on this first Sunday in May. How it got to be May. Whew. Who knows, right? But let's just settle in and take a few deep breaths. We're going to take 3 breaths together to settle in and really audibly let it go. So let's just go with them for now. So I invite you to just settle right where you are. Allow your bones to settle into the chair that you're sitting on. And allow the breath to find your pace. Know that you're supported. Know that you are absolutely able to rest in this moment. And taking a breath in, sip in a little bit more and hold it, sustain the breath, and let it go. And allow the body to just relax for a moment. And breathing in again. Sip in a little bit more. And letting go. One last time for our breath together. Breathing in. Sipping in. Sustaining and letting go. Letting your body relax. Letting your body be at ease. Letting your nervous system know that it is safe. And in this container, in this connection, we listen to our divine connection that is always present, and we become aware more deeply of this connection internally. We're always connected to the one, to God, to Spirit, to Source, to all that is. And I invite you to just follow your breath. Allow the body to continue to relax and sense your connection. And we continue to just tap in internally, go deeper. Knowing that you are the connection between heaven and earth. A channel for love. And we know that all is God. The silence, the sounds. And we just sense in and know that it's all connected, that we are all connected to one source, to one love, to each other and all that is. that container of silence, powerful in connecting to the one source, the one God, the one Spirit, the one Creator that has connected all of us. Gathered here on this beautiful May Sunday to rest in His peace, to rest in love, to rest in guidance, to rest in connection. And I recognize that this one love flows through me, it flows through each of us. It flows through all that is and is all that is. And in this presence, we just know deep in our bones, deep in our spirit, that we are always with the one, loving, showing kindness and grace, one in our thoughts, one in our actions. And it's such a blessing to know this truth, to know that we are able to rest, that our spirit can rest, knowing that all is well, that God has everything. And it is greater than anything that we experience with our eyes, with our senses here. And we use this time to just tap in and know the truth. And I'm so grateful for this time together. And I just release this word, knowing it is good, knowing that life is good, and sending blessings to you, to everyone, to the whole earth, to all of creation, and releasing this, and so it is. So this concludes our meditation for the day, and we will resume with our service in just a few minutes. So I invite you just to relax in, to settle in, and prepare.
Morning, everybody. What a pleasant Sunday it is to be with all of you. Beautiful faces. Yes, makes me so happy. We're going to get started with our first song, One Big Family. Please stand up and clap and sing along. All right, y'all, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, come on.
Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us body, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light, everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light, everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Let's make a joyful sound. Here we stand on the holy ground. Let's make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light, everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. Come on now. See the light in everybody you meet.
Goodness, this is not my microphone. Don't know where it is. Okay. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. How are you this morning? Good. Welcome to Silicon Valley Center for Spiritual Living. I am Reverend Rasheryl McCreary. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad to see you. Oh my goodness. Can you believe it's May? It's unbelievable, isn't it? Oh my goodness. It's May. Oh, wow. So thank you so much for that wonderful opening. We have some incredible guests who are with us today who will be introduced to you very soon. And for now, let's get started with the service, shall we? All right. So, Joni, let's have you get us started, please. Joni Quintal.
Good morning, everybody. After that beautiful rambunctious song, please go ahead and close your eyes if you're comfortable. Take a nice deep breath. Feel the seat beneath you holding your body, and allow the vibration of this bowl create that oneness inside of you, the spirit inside of you.
And we let the sound of the bowl just bring us more deeply within. As we settle in right here, right now. How good it is to know that there is only one. How good it is to know that there is only one power. There is only one presence. There is only one life. There is only one intelligence. And whether we call it God or Spirit or the all that is, whatever name we give it, it is what it is. It is all that there is. It is all powerful and indestructible and inexhaustible. It is all good. And it is right here, right now. And so I'm grateful this morning just to know this divine presence is closer than my heartbeat, is closer than hands and feet, closer than the breath, closer than the words I'm saying, is God, is love, is intelligence. And so I know then that this divine presence, this loving presence, this all-powerful presence is expressing right now through me, and expressing through and as each one gathered here. And so I know then that this is a holy and sacred time. It is a time of joyful celebration, a time of making a joyful noise. It is a time of deep, deep nourishment as we celebrate, as we listen, as we pray, as we cry, as we laugh. For I know that this time is blessed. This space is blessed. This community is blessed. And I extend this blessing, knowing it is right now reaching people in places and spaces we know not of. But indeed, they are blessed by what happens here in this space, in this room, in this time, for God is everywhere powerful. And so with deep gratitude this morning for what is to unfold, I just release this word. It is complete. We say together, and so it is, and so it is. Amen. All right, beloved. So it is time now for our announcements. There we go. Thank you, Jenna. I was a little lost in the prayer.
Good morning, everyone. What a beautiful May day it is.
It is beautiful.
And if you forgot, you can check outside after we're done here today.
I'll make sure to double check.
Yeah, double check how beautiful it is. Thank you, God, for this beautiful day. So, some announcements for you today. We're so excited to announce a new standard church function we're offering, which is after service prayer. Reverend Dr. Rashery F. McCreary is offering personal prayer after service. So we'll be in this back corner here. You can give them some room, and Reverend Sherry will meet with you for a few minutes to give you a quick miracle to remember through your day. She's really good at it. Yes. So we're very excited to have more prayer available to us here. We've also got a new playlist on YouTube of Just the Talks, which is the video of the service edited down to just the talk from Reverend Rasheryl. And so you can just like binge all the inspiration as long as you want on repeat. Nothing in between. No more announcements cluttering up the inspiration. So find that on our YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/@Silicon Valley CSL. And that link's on our website, so because who can remember all those letters? All right, and I think Reverend Rasheryl is going to join me to give this last announcement.
Am I?
Yeah.
I believe I am. Oh, okay, wonderful. So on Sunday, May 18th, we will have a visitor with us, Carmen K. Lee. Carmen is an engineer turned healer, and she's the founder of Life Solutions, and she wanted to offer to our community a blessing to our founding members and anybody else who's here, but she wants to come and offer a blessing. She lives in Sacramento. She joins us every morning for meditation, and she's been watching the service every Sunday, and she was guided to us by Morgan Marr and Dr. Damon Miller, sorry. I don't know what happens when I stand up here. So Carmen will be here for this beautiful blessing after the service. You'll learn more about that. If you can be here on May 18th, please be here to receive that. She does beautiful work with prayer, meditation, and some energy healing, and it's a thing, and it'll be about 45 minutes or so. Okay, so you'll learn more about that.
Awesome.
And
thank
everyone's
you.
welcome for that.
And you said that she joins us on the online meditation that happens every weekday morning at 9 a.m. on Zoom.
That very one, yes.
Wow, imagine that, the community that you can build there just by meditating.
Yes. We have people from Sacramento, from here, from Mexico, from lots of places to join us.
Las Vegas. Yeah. All right. Give it up for our production team back there, led by Scott McCauley and Hector Torres and Sal Larkins. We have our band director, director of music ministry, head of the corps, Sonia Trejo. And our awesomely talented Rodrigo Avila is back with us. I'm Jenna Brown. I'm your praise team. And our guests with us today are Brandi and Keziah. Here we go. Let me give you some info about them. They are a mother-daughter team who enjoys singing and dancing and growing food together. They have over 30 years of musical and artistic expression experience performing with Destiny Arts Dance Company, and Brandi is an alumni of Castlemont Castleers. Together, they sing in nature with other mamas and daughters through their nonprofit, the Butterfly Movement, committed to working with Black women and girls and other women from soul, seed, and soil. They provide personal and professional development using nature as the tool. And they're excited as Science of Minders to come lift every voice together and among us and praise God together. Yes. So, come on up, let's give them the next song.
Oh, there we go. We'll give thanks. Thank you, everybody, for inviting us. Thank you, Sonia. Thank you, Universe. Ooh, just so grateful. There was a introduction, but I have to say that this journey for us started many moons ago, before she was even born, at East Bay Church of Religious Science with Reverend Eloise Oliver, who's like my mother. I started that church with her. I say we were the junior church, me and her grandbabies, at Bjornson Hall, then Preservation Park, then the club, so all the places. So just grateful that we are here and watching this viral love of Science of Mind all over the planet, knowing that we're cosmic possibilities. So thank y'all for letting us be here. And y'all know this is a song, I was just with this beloved down in LA. She has a wonderful Sunday devotional, Ricky Byers. We play in the soil together.
Love, be encouraged, love, will see you through.
Love,
Will be the first to
love,
feel your heartbeat.
love,
Be about it.
love,
Sing a song about it.
love,
It's our shelter, now and forever.
love,
It's our love.
love. It's okay, honey, take your time. Come on, it's love. Love,
Love,
gives you courage, fills your heart.
love,
It's the best thing
love,
you can't go wrong with.
love,
'Cause it's eternal
love,
and it has no end.
love,
Stand on up for
love,
unconditional love is our shelter.
love,
Now and always,
love,
before and after.
love,
Love, love gives you courage.
love,
It fills your heart.
love,
It's the best thing
love,
you can't go wrong with.
love,
'Cause it's enough for
love,
full dimensional
love,
is our shelter.
love,
Now and always,
love,
before and after.
love, 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 love,
Ain't it love, y'all?
love,
Come on.
love. Come on, I can't hear y'all.
Love. Yes. Love.
Love, love, love,
My shelter.
love,
Now and always,
love,
before and after.
love,
Love.
love gives you courage.
Come on.
Fills your
Come
heart.
on.
It's the best thing. You can't go wrong with it. 'Cause it's eternal. Now and forevermore.
Come on.
Before and after.
Yes.
Love, oh love, love, oh love,
Yes.
love, full dimensional love,
Y'all just feel it. It's in your
Love.
body. Something woke us up this
Love.
morning. I know it did for me.
love, 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 love.
Come on, y'all.
Love,
Can we hear?
love.
Ooh, something about it.
Yes.
It's a love, God. We just giving thanks this morning. Something woke me up this morning. Something woke us all up this morning, right?
That's right.
Okay. If you forgot, go look in the mirror. It's a song we sing at East Bay, say, something woke me up this morning, just in case you forget. And whatever you call it, as Rev said, Allah, Buddha, Krishna, Jah, Jehovah, something. So we just thankful. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's take a nice deep breath, shall we? As I said, it is the month of May. That is incredible how fast time is flying. Yes? Going by so quickly. So quickly. And so here we are. It is May 4th, and this month is all about the art of flourishing. The art of flourishing, to thrive, to grow luxuriantly, abundantly, in a world that wants us to be chaotic and fearful and feeling lack and limitation and looking over our shoulder and in this chaotic news loop of doom and doom and doom and doom. And yet it's spring and the birds are chirping, the sun is shining, the plants are growing, because that is the natural order. That is the natural order, right? And so it is natural to flourish and to thrive, and we will talk about this month, how do we flourish in these turbulent times? How do we do that? There's an art to doing that. And so today's talk is called Be Selfish. Be selfish, right? Be selfish. And, you know, we have this negative connotation for the word selfish, that it is, I think the dictionary definition is that you're concerned excessively or exclusively with oneself, right? You're seeking or concentrating only on your own joy, your own pleasure, to the exclusion of other things, right? So that's one definition. But here's what's interesting, the etymology of the word, right? The root meaning of that word, self is one's own person, and ish is of the nature of or the character of, right? So it's really about being about the nature or character of your own person, right? Being about your own self, your own nature, your own nature. And what is our own nature? right? What if being selfish, truly selfish in the capital T sense of the word, right? Truly selfish. What if that was a sacred act? What if it was a holy act to be truly selfish? Right? Because in our society, we're taught, and by our parents, we're taught, and rightfully so, right? We're taught to give, right? To give and to help others and be kind to others. And that is exactly what we want to do. If we're not doing that on earth, why are we here, right? If we're not loving each other, if we're not being kind to each other. But there are times where that tips over into overgiving, overloving, and words like codependent, right? Toxic, right? Clingy, right? Martyrdom, being a martyr, right? So there are times when that giving, that loving, that feeling over tips, where we are caring so much about others that we forget about ourselves, where we are so busy nurturing others and taking care of others and giving to others and fighting for others that we don't tend to ourselves. And I'm talking to myself this morning, even as I talk to you, right? I'm talking to myself. You know, as I reflect back for myself on when the pandemic hit, right? So March 2020. And when that happened, there were different constituencies, I'll call them, that I was supporting, right? I was supporting another center in Phoenix as sort of their COO. I was supporting a list of clients that I was working with in corporate. I was supporting lots of other people. And when the pandemic hit, it felt like I just sat down at my dining room table and just started supporting people, right? I started a prayer group, private prayer group on Facebook. There are like 200 people that were in that group, and I did that for two or 3 years, right? And when I look back over the last 5 years, what I realize is I literally sat down and just got on Zoom and started supporting people, supporting my clients as they were transitioning from corporate to remote work, right? And then all the things that go along with that. And supporting this other center, helping them get from in-person to online, right? And then supporting other people in this prayer community that I had going and doing practitioner classes and spiritual classes and visioning and all these things. And what I realized is during that time, I was not taking proper care of myself, right? I was not honoring myself. So I'm pouring out, but not honoring myself. Can anybody relate to this? Yes. I feel like there are a lot of people in this room that relate to this, yes? And so here's the thing. Culturally, we're taught to give and serve in turbulent times. We're taught to I felt like I just suited up and just push through, right? Armor up and get through it. Right? And that's how I've lived much of my life. And it's worked really well. It's worked really well, but it's exhausting. I've spent many, and my mom knows this, there have been many trips to the ER where I have either had exhaustion, dehydration, or some other thing that because I just was not paying enough attention, right? And I wasn't taking care of myself. And so I'm on this journey with you this month. I want you to know that. I'm not talking about what I am not also practicing, right? So here's the thing that we forget about when it comes to self-care, when it comes to being selfish. We forget a basic truth. One is that God is all there is, right? I want to start at the basic, right? God is all there is. There's nothing else. There is no force to counter that. In the Declaration of Principles in 1927, almost 100 years ago, Ernest Holmes wrote this. This is our core basic principle. We believe in God, the living Spirit Almighty, one indestructible, absolute, and self-existent cause. And this one manifests itself in and through all creation, but it's not absorbed by its creation, right? Right? It's not absorbed by its creation. The manifest universe is the body of God. It is the body of God, right? So if God is all there is and God created us out of itself, then we must be unique expressions of the one. Yes? We are unique expressions of the one. Yes? And so that makes us then I have a friend who calls this your earth suit, right? We have these earth suits, right? These human suits, these meat jackets that we have on, right? We have these bodies that are really and truly temples of the divine, temples of the divine presence, right? And so because we know that spirit is individualized as us, right? The Almighty that is individualized as us. We are like a wave, and God is the ocean, we're the wave, right? If God is the light, we are the lamp, right? We are the instrument of the divine, and so we are vessels of the divine. And so once we get to that understanding and that knowing of the divine presence that lives, moves, and has its beingness within us, right? When we know that, then we begin to shift our thinking when we think about, how do I care for the vessel? How do I care for this vessel? Right? The divine so loved me. It gave me this body. It expressed as this body so I could be here. I can be here and feel the ground beneath my feet. I can have experiences, right? So that it can have experiences through me. Right? It chose to express uniquely as each one here. Each one is valuable. No one more valuable than the other. Each one unique, each one valuable, right? And so if we begin to think about, how do I honor this vessel? And am I honoring this vessel? Right? Am I doing the things that the vessel needs? There's certain things, we say in this teaching, we're spiritual beings having a human experience. And sometimes we say that in a spiritual bypassy kind of way. Here's what I mean. Sometimes we say that as though we're not having a human experience. Right? The second part of the sentence is we're having a human experience. Right? Now, we don't have to be bound by that experience, but we're having it. Yes? We have human bodies. And so there's certain things that this vessel needs in order for it to exist in this time and space dimension. It needs enough sleep. Right? You got to get enough sleep. It needs enough water. It needs to be watered, right? It needs proper nourishment and food in order to be healthy and operate. Yes? It needs love, right? To really flourish and grow and thrive. It needs touch. Yes? There are things that the body needs. There are things that the self needs because we are having a human experience. Are y'all following me in this? Yes? And so when we begin to honor the vessel, then it becomes a sacred act because we understand within the vessel is the divine, right? Within the vessel is the divine. So I want you to think for a moment about the places, spaces, or relationships in your life where you take great care and honor that vessel, right? It may be your home. Maybe you're a homeowner or not, but you really honor like your home and making sure everything is okay in the home. Maybe it's your pets. Like that's where you do a lot of care, making sure they have, whatever it is that you want them to have, right? Maybe it's your business. But I want you to look in your life and where are you really honoring and taking care of something in your life, in your world? And what would happen? No, so here's the question. Are you taking that same level of care with yourself? That same level of honoring with yourself that you are with your house? Making sure your house is repaired, it's painted, it's whatever it is, right? Making sure your dogs have, when I had dogs, they had like the best dog food, right? The cleanest dog food. I work with a pet psychic to understand what they needed, right? They were dogs. I was not confused thinking they were human, but I took great care to make sure that they had certain things, right? And then I cared for them. It was so funny. When I first had my dogs, I lived in Cleveland, Ohio. I had 2 little Maltese. They were about 7 pounds each, Yogi and Sweet Pea. And so I got these dogs, these little dogs, in Ohio, okay? And I don't know, some of y'all may only be from California, but so my girl back here, right, and some of my guy back here, right? So it snows. It gets cold. It gets very, very cold in Cleveland, Ohio. And so I had these 2 little dogs, and I lived in an apartment, okay? I lived like on the 4th floor of this apartment building. And in the winter, here's what this looked like, right? So I got my coat on, my boots, my scarf, my whatever, my gloves, and then I got their coats on, right? And then at one point I had boots for them, and then I was like, I cannot do 8 boots in there. That's just too much. And so I take them down in the snow, and I can't put them down for a long time because their feet will freeze, right? Because sometimes it's below 0. Sometimes it's wind chill 5 below, 10 below, 15 below 0, right? So I put them down. I couldn't put them down, so I have to go down with all the stuff on in their coats and then put them down. Hopefully somebody would relieve themselves. I pick them up and then put the other one down, then pick it up, then put the other one down and pick it up. And that's what I did multiple times a day during the winter for years. And my neighbors would go, "Wow, you take really good care of your dogs." And I'm like, what would I mean, like, this is, like, they have to go to the bathroom. What would I do? And they're like, oh, you could just put like pads out for them to poop and do everything in your apartment. I'm like, what? What? No, this is what you do, right? This is just what you do to take care of them, right? So making sure they're fed, they're walked, they're all those things during very harsh times. So I'm sharing that story in detail because what I'm knowing is I didn't take care of myself in that same way, right? I didn't take care of myself in that same way. And so as I was preparing for this talk, I was thinking back through what are the things I've really taken care of well in my life, and am I bestowing that same care on myself, right? Myself that is the vessel of the divine, that is the house that the divine chose to show up in right now. And so I invite you into that exploration for yourself, right? To really look at how do you honor this vessel. Corinthians 3:16 says, do you not know that you are God's temple and that God's Spirit dwells in you? Do you not know that you are God's temple? God's Spirit dwells in you. So let's take care of the temple and stop neglecting physically, mentally, emotionally, however it's happening, right? You can be perfectly coiffed, but maybe what's happening is you're not being fed emotionally. You're not taking care of your emotional state or your mental health. Right? Your mental health could be crisp and clear, but maybe you're not taking care of your physical health or your physical body or your physical needs, right? So I want you to really be looking at for yourself, how can you really, really begin to honor the indwelling Spirit by practicing really good self-care, whatever that looks like. And this is beyond the bubble bath, although that's good too, right? So, the other thing is really reframing the word selfish as I started off in the beginning, right? And really thinking about if I'm nurturing my God self. So there's that physical self-care, but what about your spiritual self-care? And this is where your spiritual practices come in. So frequently I hear people say, well, I don't have time to meditate. I don't have time to do this. I don't have to. And it's like, how can you, Michael Beckwith used to say, how do you have time not to do it? Like, how is that possible? Right? Or when I went through prac training and was like, well, I don't want to meditate. I don't want to, I'm sort of burnt out. I don't want to do. And he's like, so what? So what? What does that even mean? Right? And so I invite you into that energy of, so what? We are in difficult times. We're in turbulent times. We're in times where, with the help of social media and other things, it is so easy to get ensnared in the world. It is so easy to get caught up in this news flash and this news flash and this news flash, and then fighting with people on Facebook and fighting with people other places. Right? It's so easy to get tipped over into the world. And so now is the time to really practice spiritual self-care. How can you be in more and deeper and richer relationship with the divine presence within you? How can you be in more touch with that which indwells you? Right? How can you cultivate that relationship? I talk about this all the time, how we are cultivating a relationship with the divine because it knows us intimately. It created us out of itself. It knows us intimately. It knows every possibility of what could possibly happen in our lives. It knows how to solve every so-called problem that is facing us because it's the problem showing up to get our attention. Right? It knows everything. And so how do we begin to cultivate a relationship with that versus, Facebook, which knows nothing? It knows very little. And then it regurgitates the same thing over and over. Or people who know very little, and they just regurgitate the same thing over and over. Or the news, which knows very little, but it just says the same thing over and over to get your nervous system wired up, to get you freaked out, to get you anxious. So spending less time with that and more time with the divine presence that knows everything, has every answer. It is the answer. It is the thing itself. Right? It is the thing itself, and it created us so it knows exactly how to solve our problems. This is the thing I love about God. It knows exactly how to solve whatever is in front of us if we would just get out of the way. It knows exactly how to solve it. Right? And so frequently, we're in the way. We're like, oh, let me call this person and find out. Let me go over here and find out. Let me go on Chat GPT and see. Let me go. And it's like, God knows all of it because it created all of it. If you just get in relationship with God, you'll have the answers. You'll have what you need. right? But so frequently we go to all these other places running ourselves ragged, and that is not great self-care. It also takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time. You know, one of the beautiful things about birthing this center has been beholding God's hand at work and seeing how things have happened so fast. It is insane, right? And my board knows because they're a little closer to me, and other people in the room know because they're closer to what's happening, right? Jenna has been in the ride since the very beginning. This was not planned. This was not planned. I did not plan this. All of a sudden, it's like, Jen, we're out. We got to go. We got to birth something. Yeah. This was not a planned thing. I didn't have this in my mind to do this. I didn't have a plan to do this. This has happened quickly because I'm aligned with the divine, and Spirit said it's time to move. Here's what you're doing. Here's what you're doing. And so everything is starting to come together, has been coming together to make that happen. Yes? So when you go to the divine, when you honor that sacredness that is within your own being, when you listen to that more than you listen to the world, things move very, very fast. And it cannot be shaken by the things of the world, right? You are not in competition with anyone else because you're living out your own divine walk, your own divine design. And it will naturally bring together everything that is needed because the entire cosmos works together for your good when you're aligned with the divine. Are y'all hearing me? Yes. Okay, good. Good, yes. So here's the last, not the last thing, but one thing I want to say about when you are really in relationship with the divine and you feel and sense that presence within you, and you know the sacredness of your own nature. When you are in that space, you begin to see the sacredness of other people, right? You begin to see the divine in others no matter what craziness they're doing, no matter what is happening, no matter what they're saying or how they're behaving. Doesn't mean you excuse the behavior, doesn't mean you agree with what they're saying, but you can see the presence of God. Right? You can call forth the presence of God. Because here's the thing, if you can't see the sacred in yourself, you cannot see it in others. So all the do-gooding in the world, all the Facebook posts in the world, all the, I'm going to go out and march with the sun, none of that matters if you can't see the sacred in yourself. Because you're operating from a place of separation, trying to solve separation, which you cannot solve from the same level of the problem. Are y'all with me? Yeah? So you have to cultivate that knowing of the divine presence, the sacredness of your center. And when you see that, you will begin to see it everywhere. You'll begin to see it in your beloved and those who are close to you. You'll see it in those you don't agree with, right? And even those that you have, you love them, and how I say, I can love you, and want you the furthest and highest good away from me, right? Because those things... That is a thing, right? That is a thing, right? So you can loving someone doesn't mean you deal with toxicity. Knowing the truth about someone doesn't mean you deal with toxicity, right? You just know the truth and stand and know the truth, and then self-care means, I need you far away from me, right? I love you and I see the divine in you, and you need to be over there, and we're good, right? Y'all get me? Yeah? So this is what happens when we begin to practice self-care. Right? Because I feel like in this room right now, there are some of you who know that there is a person, a relationship, a job, or some energy that you need to invite out of your life, right? That has no place in your world, has no place in your life. It is not feeding you. You are not thriving. It is not honoring the sacred within you, right? And so I want to invite you now just to take a deep breath and let it go. Let it go. Let it go. And just feel the presence at the core of your own center, that presence, that voice that says, yes. That presence and voice that says, you are my beloved. That presence and voice that says, you are worthy because I made you. I made you. I made you. And I love you. And just feel in to that place where the divine dwells within your very own being. Feel it and sense it. And when you feel that sacred presence within yourself, go ahead and open your eyes. Does everybody feel that? Yeah. Yeah. So here are the moves that I want you to make this week. And you know I call them moves because I'm a coach, right? And that's what we call it in executive coaching, right? It's what's the move we're going to make? And so here's some moves this week I want you to really cultivate and put into practice so that you can keep coming back to knowing and sensing and feeling that divine presence. And so one move is to really just schedule some time this week that is just for you. Not for your children or grandchildren, not for other people, not for your beloved, not for your job or your boss, right? Not for your pets. That is just for you. Right? So this is what you're going to do. Find and schedule some time where you can just be by yourself, be quiet, or take yourself on a date. Right? Enjoy something that you enjoy. Do something you enjoy. But just some time that's just for you. How precious is that? Because so many of us are caretakers in one way or the other, right? So many of us are, very responsible employees, right? Some of us have businesses. And so there's so many things that pull at our attention. But just carve out, if you can, 30 minutes this week, right? An hour this week where you can just do something with just yourself, for yourself. Okay? That's one move. Y'all with me? Yes. Okay. Here's your second move, beloveds. You got to say no. You got to say no. And that's a complete sentence. Not no, I can't because of the, no, I can't because, no, the reason, no. No, practice saying no. Right now, I feel that there are some things and places and spaces and people and situations, even if it's within your own mind, that you have got to say no to. Maybe it's that thought, those negative thoughts that keep wiring through, right? Maybe it's fearful thoughts. Maybe it's fearful thoughts that now have shown up as people saying these things to you, because that's what happens, right? And so it's time to say no to something. No to someone, no to that which does not really, really, really feed you and really allow you to be in a place and space of self-care and honoring the vessel. Okay, so you find some place to say no. Okay? All right, here's your third move. Y'all ready? Okay, every morning I want you to place your hand on your heart. Let's do it now. And when you wake up, I just want you to say that I am a vessel for the divine. And I honor this vessel today. Yes. So feel that. Feel that. Right? When you wake up in the morning, before you get out of bed, just reconnect with that I am a vessel for the divine and I honor this vessel today. And let that be your guiding principle, your guiding force. Because here's what's true. We are not here to grind ourselves into the dust. We are not here to be martyrs to our job, our parents, our children, the world. We're not here for that, right? We are not here to be broken down, to be, heavy laden and burdened by the world. We are not here for that. We're not made for that. We are made to flourish. We're made to rise. We are made to shine, just like the flowers that are blossoming right now, right? The flowers that are coming up right now and blossoming, the trees and the birds and the chirping, the spring. We're made to thrive, no matter what's going on. No matter what's going on. Maybe winter has come out in the world, but it's spring in here. It's spring in here, right? So that's what we're here for. Can we agree to that? All right. So let's turn within, shall we? And I want you to land back into that deep space within your being where you know the presence of God resides. In that still small place, in that still small, sweet, sweet space within you. This is where God is. This is where God is. And how good it is this morning to just again sense and feel that presence, that knowing, that deep, 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 deep peace that cannot be shaken. That deep peace and well-being and care that cannot be extinguished. How good it is to know that the presence of God is all powerful and everywhere intelligent and knows exactly what to do, how to do everything through and as each of us. It is expressing as each of us right now and forever. And so with deep gratitude this morning, I speak a word of blessing for this entire community, for those who are here now, those who are watching online, those who will join and watch later. I am speaking a word of absolute blessing, blessing the body temple, the vessel that houses the divine. I am claiming and calling forth health and vitality in every cell, every organ, every tissue, every function of the body temple is alive with flourishing, alive, thriving, alive with health, alive with energy. This is what I know. And so I know a healing is happening in the body temple, in the mental body, in the emotional body. I speak the word this morning for divine right relationships for each one in this space, in this community, knowing that relationships unfold in a most magnificent fashion, knowing that relationships are elevated right now, each one respected and loved and cherished and provided for and fully supported in each relationship. And knowing anything that is unlike this must disappear, evaporate into nothingness. And knowing so well that financial abundance and ease and flow is right now at hand for each one, for the presence of God always says, yes, 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 my beloved, yes. And so I know abundance overflowing, all needs met. This is the truth that I know this morning for each one here. I stand in this, and I know this truth, and I am grateful for it, and I release it now, and it is complete. And so we say together, and so it is. And so it is. Amen.
And so it is. And how many of y'all came here knowing that you needed to heal? Just a little bit. Oh, yeah, everybody, okay. That's right. In healing we shall. And I turn to music when I need some help, healing. That's the name of this song. And I picked it because of the message and how healing is one of the greatest tools for flourishing, for sure. Ashe. Ashe. Okay, shall we begin? Yes. This is us.
I release all disappointments from my mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional bodies. 'Cause I know that Spirit guides me, and love lives inside me. That's why today I take life as it comes. I release all disappointments from my mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional bodies. 'Cause I know that Spirit guides me, I release all disappointments.
Thank you for everything. I have no complaints
At all.
whatsoever.
Whatsoever.
Wow, so powerful. And so what I need to hear, I think we all need to hear, that release of disappointment, that assuredness of faith. Thank you so much. And now we've come to this time in our service to really practice and acknowledge the blessings in our lives and how that blessing flows to this center and to all that we give. So it's this sacred time of offering, the sacred time of tithing, the sacred time of acknowledging. So we have our hearts, and on this heart, we have a QR code to give to the center in real time right now. You can also connect in on our website that has the QR code and how to donate to the center. We also do still take cash and checks and anything else that you'd like to give. And you can see me after the service. But right now, let's just turn within and really listen and acknowledge the gifts within us and in our lives. I have abundance because I am abundance, and so it is. And let us think about our offering blessing and just take a moment. Whether you give today, whether you give online, just know and hold that as sacred, the sacred sense of giving back all the gifts that we get every single day. So say with me, divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I circulate. Thank you, God. And so it is. And so Marilee will come along with our offertory, and we'll settle in.
God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Peace. Peace is my source. Peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need. Peace. Peace is my source. Peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need.
This is our source. God is our source. Love is our source. And we freely give that to ourselves and to our community who supports us so generously. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Audrey. All right, so I feel like are we at the end of our time? Is it over? I know. We need one more. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, so beloveds, one reminder. So Reverend Dr. Rashery F. McCreary will be seeing people for prayer. Where do you want to be, Mom? Okay, so over in this area where Morgan is. So if you would like beautiful prayer, I learned how to pray from my mama, then she is available for that. And are there any folks here who are visiting for the very first time? You're here for the first time. Wonderful. So we have gifts coming your way. And then Morgan behind you. Morgan? Okay. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being here. Brandi, Mack, and Keziah Shavers. Y'all were magnificent, beautiful, powerful music. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And welcome to our first-time visitors. It's so good to have you here. So good to have you this morning. And if you will please give my love and regards and big hug to Reverend Eloise. Okay, please. The last time I saw her was when Reverend Michael was in Oakland and we went to lunch afterwards. So please give her a big hug from me. Yeah. Okay. Good. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead. Let's do our last song, I Release, and we'll do our benediction. Oh, just one word to remind: we will not be meeting in the cafeteria. Oh my gosh, we're not meeting in the cafeteria unless you have a hall pass. No, I'm just joking. In the restaurant downstairs, so we won't be fellowshipping down there. We'll look at doing it maybe once a month, and I'll let you know when that will happen. So we'll be here, and we'll just fellowship in here, and I will see y'all right after the song. Starting, Yes. Yeah. Okay, all right, I Release, let's go.
3, 4.
I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart's open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
All right, so repeat after me, everyone. I am a vessel of the divine.
I am a vessel of the divine.
I care for myself with love,
I care for myself with love,
so that I may shine with love.
so that I may shine with love.
I serve from the overflow of my joy.
I serve from the overflow of my joy.
And so it is. Have a great week, everybody. Love y'all.